My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Hearthstone Arena, where we play the arena and we have requests. We have a request for a 12-wind priest. Let's see if we can do that. Hey, priest. Booyakasha! Okay, so this request is by signature for a 12-wind priest. So, I can try? I mean, like, there's no time when I draft a deck and I'm like, I don't want to go 12 wins. So, Light of the Naru is, in my opinion, really fucking strong. Because it's basically a Light Warden, right? Most of the time, it's a 1-drop Light Warden. But also, it heals 3 health. And then if you are late enough in the game that you can heal something with it, and then heal something again, you end up with a 3-2 off the back of 3 mana plus a heal. It's good. But the Azure Drake is too good. 4/4 draw a card, it's crazy. Mind Vision, it's okay. Right? Mind Vision is better in the later game, and it's also better in the arena you get, right? So think about it, later in the game, your opponent's likely to have 1 or 3, like, kind of cards in hand, especially if you're top decking. There might just be that one card they're holding back, like Mind Control or Flame Strike or something like that. And if you can steal that, not only do you know what they have in their hand, and you know what to play around, but you also have the ability to use whatever they had, right? Really good in that scenario, sometimes good as a 1-drop, unless you're going first, because then you might steal your opponent's coin, and unless you have an amazing 3-drop, which you could have a Injured Blade Master or a Dark Cultist. You could have an amazing 3-drop, but still, then it's usually a bad play. Direwolf Alpha is usually the more solid of these. Spider Tank. It's basically Dark Cultist, but a mech. Yeah, there's no reason to deviate from that play. So, Explosive Sheep, unfortunately, in every deck but the mages, is bad. Because most often it kind of fucks you over more than it fucks over your opponent. Because obviously they get to choose when to trigger it in most scenarios. So they can trade off in the correct manner. It's kind of like Corruption, right? It's a little bit like Corruption. Because most times, unless you're a mage, you don't trigger it. Cobalt Geomancer might have a place in this deck because of spell damage and Holy Nova, Holy Fire, Holy Smite, those types of things. But I can't rely on that yet. I mean, I've got 3 cards, I've got no spell damage. Well, I have a spell damage, but I have no spells to increase the spell damage of. So the most consistently good out of these, unfortunately, is the Frost Elemental. Thought Steal, again, very similar to the other one. It's better in the later game, because if your opponent has like 4 cards left in their deck, and you take 2 of them, you now know 50% of the cards left in their deck. Whereas if you do it at the start, they might have the fucking cards that you took at the very bottom of their deck. You don't know. Also tells you what to play around, and even better, in the later stages when you're 10 wins plus, the cards you steal will constantly be quality, because they come from decks that manage to get that many wins. Naruba Weblord is more bad than good, plus it will delay my Azure Drake and my Frost Elemental. Temple Enforcer is 6/9 worth of stats for 6. It's crazy. Mind Blast is bad. Divine Spirit is mostly bad. Youthful Brewmaster is usually okay. This might actually be a situation where I take the Antique Healbot. Now, the reason I wouldn't take the Nightblade is... oh, fuck, I hate it making this decision. I'll be right back. Excuse me. I had to blow my nose. Anyway, Antique Healbot. Yeah. Inner Fire. Nightblade. Oh. That's basically how I feel about these cards. I mean, Inner Fire, sometimes good. Most often in my deck, not. I mean, most of mine have parity in terms of their health and their attack. And I don't want to make this 2 attack, and I don't want to make this 4 attack for 1 more mana. Kind of useless in my deck. Antique Healbot could be used to keep my hero healthy. But I'm also looking at it like, these are both 5 mana, this is a 3-3 body, this is a 4-4 body. Why would I take the 3-3 body over a 4-4? Especially since I'm a priest, if I need to heal myself, I can do that, right? It's not like I'm going to be using weapons and hitting the face. You know, the only reason I'm going to take the Antique Healbot is because I believe that Arena is faster since GVG came out, so I think there is a possibility that I take enough damage to have it be useful on the turn that I play it. Zombie Chow is just you can't, it's definitely the best. Shrinkmeister could make Zombie Chow the best, right? I Shrinkmeister something, then I Zombie Chow to kill it, right? Maybe it's a 3-2. I Shrinkmeister it and then Zombie Chow to kill it, so I end up with a 2-2 and a 3-2, and my opponent loses a card. Amazing. Plus, I can just play it naturally as my early game. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Recombobulator is fucking insane. It's an amazing card about 70% of the time. Think of Unstable Portal, right? 70% of the time, it's fucking crazy. 30% of the time, eh. And Reynard's opinion on this was, if there was a card that said, as the card text, 80% of the time win the game, everyone would play that. That's what Unstable Portal is. And that's my opinion on Recombobulator, right? It's very similar in that fashion. But the problem is the Shade of Naxxramas is so valuable as well. But the Shade of Naxxramas is also a slower play, whereas the Recombobulator can be played faster. Same Shadow Form as a slower play as well. That's the reason I'm not taking it. Because Arena is faster now, right? I've got to adjust to that. So that's our first solid 4-drop, thankfully. Another Direwolf Alpha is okay, just because the rest of them are bad. That's got to be a Raging Worgen because the rest of them are bad as well. Plus, we're lacking on 3s and 4s, so the more 3 and 4 slots that I can get that are pretty good, I'm going to be happy about that. Silver Moon Guardian is not pretty good, so therefore I'm going to go with Micro Machine. That should cease my 2s, of course it can't. Haunted Creeper plus 2 Direwolf Alphas is going to be really badass. Mech Warper, I have a Micro Machine, I have 3 mechs in this deck. Plus, it actually has the best stats out of all of those creatures, so Mech Warper, man. That's crazy. Ooh, is this a Salty Dog? Yeah, it is. Oh, that's unfortunate. It'll give me more value more of the time. Okay, so I can't take any more solid 2-drop minions, right? So instead, I'll take something that can be played on turn 2, but is usually better kept for later. Oh man, I really want to take the Knife Juggler. I'll just have to aggressively mulligan. Yeah, I'll have to take the Knife Juggler, just because the other 2 are so much worse than the Knife Juggler is. Bomb Lobber is amazing. Is my opinion going to change? Nope, no chance. It's pretty much really good instant removal. I can't take another 2-drop, so I'm going to take Mind Vision, which I can play as a 1, hopefully take someone else's 2. None of these are important enough to me, so I'm going to take an Archmage. Ooh, I need to fill my curve. Where are my 4-drops and 3s? Okay. Clockwork Gnome is played for free with the... No, I can't do that. I need to take a Mech Warper, especially... Sorry, a Cultist. Especially considering how many early game cards I have, I'm most likely going to be able to get a few cards out of the Cult Master, even playing it on curve. Lightspawn. Power Shield is the best card in the Priest deck right now, except for the one that we didn't get, which is +2/+4. It's plus Chosen, Velen's Chosen. There we go. Oasis Snapjaw has the best stats out of those, and I guess I want Ogre Magi. Do I? I don't even have any spells. No, I'm gonna take the Razorpen Hunter to fill out my curve a little bit. That's gotta be a Shade of Naxxramas, right? Whenever you play a 1-attack minion, give it, give the Hobgoblin +2/+... No, give it +2/+2. Okay. How many 1-attack minions do I have? 1, 2. 2. And that... See, I would most likely want to play the Hobgoblin and then a 1-attack minion as well. And I don't have enough mechs to trigger Junkbot. Okay, I'm gonna take the Shade of Naxxramas and try and push things later. We overpicked the 2-drop slot, but we didn't really get that many good things in 3 and 4 anyway, so it's not like we eschewed better picks. I'm not particularly happy with this deck. I'm gonna guess 6 wins. And I'm going to guess 6 wins strongly off the back of the fact that we actually have really good early game to the point that we can probably mulligan into good early game. So we will mulligan Mind Vision because we have so many strong early plays. We don't need our opponent's strong early games. We can draw into Mind Vision and use it later. I will, however, keep Power Word Shield. Because you usually play Power Word Shield on a card, and then you use that card to hit another card. Yeah, fair enough. All of that's obvious so far. But your card therefore survives because you've used Power Word Shield. I keep Haunted Creeper, Throwback, Recombobulator. I'm hoping for a Direwolf Alpha. What was I saying? Yeah, your card survives that combat. And you draw a card because you played the... Job's done. Because you played the Power Word Shield. So you get a freebie kill, and you get a card. It's crazy.
X marks the spot.
That's really good against Haunted Creeper. So I'm gonna have to play the... So you don't coin a 2 unless you have a 2 to follow it up, so I'm assuming there is going to be a Fire Blast or a Flame Cannon. Sorry, a Frostbolt or a Flame Cannon. That's fine by me, because the Spider Tank can clear up the Bloodstar Raider with absolutely no problems. Are you going to trade? Yeah, that's the correct decision. I mean, you can freeze this, but unless you have Flame Cannon in hand, you can't kill it. I mean... No? Frostbolt? Wow, you're just gonna slow down. Okay. Well, you slowing down actually helps my curve. Because now I can use the heal on curve and have a stronger board than you. This is really good for me. I guess I'm hopeful to draw into a 3. What are the only other 3s I have? I mean, I've got the Spider Tank in hand. I've got a Raging Worgen, and I've got 2 Raging Worgens, maybe. No, 1 Raging Worgen. Oof. Ouch. So, I can Shrink Meister it, attack it twice. This still dies, this doesn't die. I heal this back up. It's not a good play. I'm actually going to go for the faster play, which is just attack the face. Because no matter which my opponent responds to and does, I can play Knife Juggler, trade in the Haunted Creeper, and then I'm most likely going to get the dagger and kill the Chillwind. Unless, of course, something like that happens. A very cheap protection spell.
Thank you.
Oh boy. Oh. Okay, the amount of things that kill me are very small, but I'm not prepared to deal with Mirror Image. And it wasn't Counterspell, and it wasn't Vaporize, it wasn't Ice Block, so therefore I'm going to have to assume... It also wasn't Duplicate, so therefore I'm going to have to assume that it was Mirror Image.
Is my shield.
Okay, well, this gives less of an immediate effect on his board. Yep. Now, even though this does miss me a dagger by playing this second, I did have to play it second. Just so that I wasn't in a position where I'd... Just so that I wasn't in a position where I give him something that's going to be throwing out knives. Please hit correctly. Are you kidding me? And now I'm fucked against Flame Strike. I guess I did need 2 daggers in one. Yeah, I screwed myself there. So I'm gonna get Flame Struck. Getting back into the game from that point is gonna be really difficult. That's not Flame Strike. Okay. This might not be so difficult then. The correct play is to kill the Knife Juggler. The correct play is to kill the Knife Juggler. Oh boy. Okay, so this goes here. Mana efficiency. So I either play the light spawn if I'm gonna heal this up, and actually I am, so I play the light spawn. I sacrifice that. This runs in. Actually, my opponent's proven not to have board clear, so instead I'll heal this. Because at the very least, one of them is going to be on 1 health, so the Fire Blast is going to get value, but it's going to pass down the 1 damage buff from the Direwolf Alpha over here. Oh, you have the Arcane Explosion, obviously. Uh-oh. Whoops. Mistake. I can only develop one of these this turn, so I'll develop Salty Dog. Because it's scary to almost any card that he can play. Almost. I'm playing badly. Very badly. Oh, also, it looks like we have someone spectating our game. Demon. Who is that? Hang on, I'm gonna try and figure out who that is. No, Sharon's there. I don't know, man. I have forgotten which of you is associated with that name specifically. Oh, yes. Whoops. Good work. Okay. I can clear the board by healing this, running it into there, and then... Heal this, run it into there, then Shadow Word Pain that. But if I'm gonna Shadow Word Pain that in the end, I don't even need to heal this. I need Power Word Shield. I don't really have much high end in my deck, so I need Power Word Shield to kind of draw me some cards. Get me some advantage, Power Word Shield, please. I mean, the biggest advantage I have right now is that I'm going first. Basically. Board-wise, I'm going first. Attack, heal. Looks like the obvious play. Oh, yes, please. Now, I do that attack because it means that I can do 4 more damage next turn. Because this is not going to be frozen. So it's about trying to end the game quicker. And speaking about ending the game quicker, I'm actually going to heal rather than play a minion so that I can end the game slower. Yes, exactly what I was talking about. Stunning consistency in decisions. Oh, that's a really good card. So I attack, heal. Ooh, that's a good card. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The end's coming! Don't blink. I knew it!
There is precisely one 2-drop that I couldn't kill there. I just want you to know that. There is literally only one 2-drop in that position that I could not kill. Now, the reason that I've developed the antique heal bot quickly is because I want to recombobulate it. Since it has such a strong battlecry effect, it's really undercosted in terms of its stats. Well, it's really overcosted in terms of its stats, right? So it's a 3-3 for 5, whereas you can usually expect something much better on 5. So when I recombobulate it, chances are that I'm going to get something much better than an antique heal bot.
Are you ready for this?
And it looks like I'm going to need it.
You might feel a little tingle.
Well, I won't be able to attack with it unless it has charge anyway, so I attack the face first. And then transform.
I see everything.
Well, I can't do damage to my hero on my turn, so that's actually useless for me. This dies to hero power on his turn, so there's no reason for me not to trade it off, and then end my turn. We could lose pretty easily. Oh yeah, go for the face, please.
Whoops.
If we win this game, it is going to be purely through the incompetence of our opponent rather than our own skill, which is ultimately my goal in Hearthstone. Win only because we are basically defaulted to do so.
Are you ready for this?
I don't really have any more big minions in my deck at all. I didn't get offered that many, so... Can't really do anything. Sorry, senor. Bop. So that single attack puts this in range of being killed by the Temple Enforcer. Which cards are left in my deck? I still have... God. Hit your own face again! Damn it! You should have cleared my board, buddy. You should have cleared my board. But now I can't attack that. Because then the Fire Blast will kill my own dude. What's left in my deck? The Razorven Hunter is left in my deck. The Micro Machine is also in my deck. I've lost. I've lost. All of my opponent's cards seem to be pretty big now. Whereas all of mine are weeny little tiny dudes. Ooh, Shade of Naxxramas. All I need to do is let that fester for 5,000 turns. Oh, man. I played into Flamestrike. My opponent didn't have Flamestrike at the time, but I did play into Flamestrike, so that was a mistake. I'm trying to think about what I could have done to have not lost this so badly. I could have drafted heavy cards. Didn't get offered any, but I could have tried to.
Don't mess.
There's not really much I could have done other than that. Oh well.
My eyes are open.
Sometimes you win some, other times this happens. Oh! We can stop lethal this turn. Hell yes, we are no longer dead yet, unless my opponent has top decked 3 or more damage.
It's time for a little.
Yet we live! Oh, man. For a total of 1 more turn. Someone is really disappointed at me right now. Look at this. This is just, this eye here is just judging me. Bang. Boogie. Let's see. That is one person who, even before the episode came out, was already disappointed at me. I also didn't draw the Power Word Shield at all that game. Let's have a look at the rest of our deck. We need to keep 3s on our mulligan. Shadow Word Pain also didn't come up. Silverhand Knight didn't come up. Those were our last cards. Okay. It actually did take... I hate to say it, but it did take that Doomsayer being summoned. That is literally the only 2-drop minion in the entire game that could have changed the board as drastically as it did. Destroyed both of my creatures. We would have won without that.
You asked for it.
Oh well.
Shall bring victory.
So I was just talking about exactly how much we need to keep 3s. We have so many 2s that I can mulligan for one that's better because I would prefer... Thank you. I would prefer to use the Recombobulator later in the game. Again, the Bomb Lobber is another example of a minion that is overcosted for its stats price and is only valuable for its... And is only valuable for its battle cry, so that's the type of thing we want to be recombobulating constantly. We might get a Sludge Belcher out of that. That'd be fucking insane, dog. Also, I really like having Bomb Lobber when I'm going second, because if you can... Okay. Because if you can Bomb Lob on turn 4, holy shit, you usually get great value out of that. Obviously, I couldn't cast the Haunted Creeper because it doesn't kill the target dummy. I was really kind of relying on having Zombie Chow into another drop to set up the Shade of Naxxramas really quickly. You know, I don't want my opponent trading for my 3-drop, so I can't play that. So therefore, I'm just going to play this. It's stealthed. Forces my opponent to trade this way or cast a spell this way. And if they cast a spell this way... What? Uh-oh. Oh good, they did still trade. I don't agree with that. So playing on curve would look like a 2 and a 2 or coining the 4, the 5. Now, that would only be good if it hit the Fairy Dragon. So I've got a 50-50 for the Bomb Lobber to hit the Fairy Dragon, or I cast a Knife Juggler into a Haunted Creeper.
Put this apple on your head.
And also, I'm not revealing the Shade of Naxxramas because it will die to the Fairy Dragon. The Shade of Naxxramas is purely there for trading way above its own value.
My shield for Argus.
Yeah, go for it. You still can't hit anything valuable and survive, so... Okay. I mean, I really want to bomb lob this. So I'm thinking, like, attack, attack, pain, but then I don't have enough mana to do it. Attack, attack, attack. And then bomb lobber kills this. I mean, it does leave me with a strong board.
I must consider.
It's just boring to do that way. How about I do the middle play, right? I decide what I attack later. So I attack here, and then I bomb lobber, and then I decide what I do afterwards, right? But no, I have to trade the knife juggler either way if I do that. Okay. But I also get a free dagger out, so that's the correct order of things to do.
Special delivery!
I'm so far ahead. If my opponent wants to make that hit and then that ping, that's fine, because then they can only develop a 4 mana threat, which I can either kill with Shadow Word Pain or run in and then dagger. Oh, that would have fucking happened anyway then. Did you just fucking Ice Lance my face? Are you gonna Ice Lance my face again? Wow.
Well played.
Dude, I lose. My face got Ice Lanced twice. Mana efficiency dictates that I play this. It is also safe against top deck Flame Strike. So now I only ever have to worry about one card a turn. There's the top deck Flame Strike that I was talking about, but this survives, whereas if I played these two, it wouldn't have. Hey? Suddenly we're playing using our brain. Top deck Flame Strike after I talked about it. Seriously? That's probably gonna have to get Shadow Word Pained. Shadow Word Pain should lock in lethal for me next turn. Yeah. Bam. Flame Strike, incidentally, does stop lethal, because you Flame Strike, you use the Fire Blast here, I have a 1-1, I can heal it back up to a 3-3, I can deliver 3 damage to the face. Well played back. Okay, we win. I'm not gonna dick around with my opponent, I'll just run the Light Spawn in immediately. No reason to be a dick. I've been on the other end of people showboating. Why would I want to do it to other people? He says, knowing full well that he has done it multiple times to other people. Oh, I've got a little bit of a cold right now, unfortunately. Especially considering it's, the weather is finally cooling down, so I can sit cross-legged and I can record and I can do all the things I wanna. This is the third mage I've played. Again, 3 drops so strong, need to keep. This is good if I draw a 2. This is still good if I draw a 2. Otherwise, we need the Spider Tank to do a lot of work, so we need our opponent not to coin a card this turn. That's not coining a card, but it's still playing one, so how the fuck dare you?
Put this apple on your head.
This is kind of being sacrificed, so I assume that my opponent is either going to cast a spell and then run the Mana Worm in. Or not. Okay. Look, Ma, it's a spider tank. Except it's not a mech. It's kind of close. Ish. Uh-oh. 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 What is it? Am I gonna get punished? Don't punish me. Ouch! I'm being punished. Oasis Snapjaw is the perfect play against that. Because it doesn't die to this, but it does get to kill that. I really want to bomb lob at this, so I have to hope my opponent doesn't have any minions that cost 4 or less. Excellent, there's that minion that costs 4 or less I was talking about. This one's just, yeah. It's better immediate value. I'm still not in a great position, but I have Mech Warper, and then I have 2 cards that I can save mana on, so this is a 2 and a 4. So, turn 8 can be Mech Warper, Antique Heal Bot, and Spider Tank. No, run into my face. I should probably stop doing what I want my opponent to do, because they might be able to see it and then go, nah, I shouldn't do that.
It's time for a little blood.
Yeah, that has to kill that if you want that to be on the board. Oh! Thank you very much. So I don't want this to die to that. So I will heal it. And then Mech Warper on the other side. Because if my opponent wants to kill the Mech Warper rather than the Direwolf Alpha, that's completely fine by me. This is about getting the minions out that are going to die to Flamestrike before Flamestrike is out. So that I don't have to worry so much about Flamestrike. But even this turn, Flamestrike wouldn't be that good. That could easily be a setup for Flamestrike next turn, though. Please attack my face. The anti-Flamestrike play is to Archmage attack. I have to play it that way, don't I?
Are you ready for this?
Okay.
Because that kills that, and then I want to have a good response. My response is usually going to be heal the Amani Berserker back up and then attack it. Because then I de-trigger its enrage, so I don't take 5 damage on the Archmage. Basically, I'm healing my Archmage for 3 by doing that. That was perfect for my opponent, actually. That was... I don't really know how to react now. I mean, I'm just straight up fucked. So, he triggered his own enrage, killed one of my minions, and then hit 2 on one of my minions to bring it down to the range where he could hit it. I actually, yeah, I had to flood the board and hope there was no Flamestrike. I now cannot win. Holy shit, this has been going badly. You also don't pick that if you don't have ways to enrage it. And the Raging Worgen dies immediately to this, so I just have to play it and hope that my opponent doesn't have 2 damage in hand. I lost. So, Doomsayer. Perfect Mad Bomb. Well, okay, so it hit my opponent once in the face. Oh no. Perfect Mad Bomber.
To Northrend.
I don't even know how to react. I'm mostly amazed.
For the crusade!
You have to know how unlikely both of those things were.
Don't mess with Tusker.
Like... It's so unlikely as to be offensive that it happened. I don't know.
Let's get physical.
I should just concede, by the way, there's actually... I don't have any flipping the board cards in here. So, it's finally happened. I've gone mad. So it's the only 2-drop in the whole game. The only 2-drop in the whole game. And then six bombs go out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 targets. And then it splits perfectly 5 of those shots. I actually appreciate how badly that fucked up. You can't write shit like this. Yeah, fuck it. I don't care anymore.
What to do? What to do?
Is there a book around here I can read or something just while this opponent wants to make 5,000 fucking decisions before they end their turn?
I've got a huge card.
There's actually no reason to be in this game anymore. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm 7 cards down. I have the worst hero ability for the late game. RNG's just not on my side today. I need to play a game with no RNG in it. Oh, he's gonna fire blast his own thing 2 times to trigger it. Fuck you. Oh boy. Polymorph? Fireball? I don't... Is that lethal mist? Can I make fun of you for that? Opponent has 12 damage on field. I got outskilled, guys. I don't know what to say. Okay, so I've just upgraded the score. Maybe we should cut to a part 2. Where did I put my vodka? Seems like a good day for that. Alright. I'm going to bring onto the field Ash. Ash is going to be our saving grace. And he is going to help us get at least 3 wins with this deck. Aren't you, Ash? Stand up fucking straight. Oh, wait, no, you can't even see him in frame now, so whatever. Just know that his presence is with us. Okay, so with a tech that's almost purely 2 drops, I have a shit opening hand. Let's see if I can still have a shit opening hand after the mulligan. Oh, it's okay. That's right, we have, suffice it to say, gotten an okay opening hand at least. This could be good. Oh, it could be. Okay. My opponent needs to play a 2-3 in response. No Wrath, no 3-2.
Wanna blow something
Okay.
up?
Well, I'll just go fist myself, shall I? What the fuck is this? Only 2-drop. Perfect bombs. Perfect bombs again. That is the score. The score is now mad bombs. This is just to have minions on the board. 8, 3. Look how many cards I am already down. I can't do anything.
For the king!
Oh my god! Are you kidding me? Yep, so that's another 2 for 1. I could Shadow Word Paint it, but I won't be able to play the Azure Drake if I do that, so.
Get physical!
Oh, man.
It's clobbering time.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Okay.
Don't mess with Tusker.
Okay, so 50-50. That ogre hits the correct target. Let's watch it happen every single time. Come on. Bop. Here we go. So that's a 50-50, by the way. That's how 50-50 works, right? It happens. Is apparently what 50-50 means.
For the crusade!
Shadow Word Pain, attack. It's actually a pretty good turn. Look! Card parody! Almost. All off the back of that is Azure Drake. If I could get Power Word Shield, put it on the Salty Dog, hit something, heal it. Maybe we're cooking with gas here. Top deck that Power Word Shield. Come on, let's top keck it. RNG needs to believe in me at least once. Here we go. Top keck the RNG. That's unfortunate. Well,
Let's get salty!
that's right. We should get salty.
Suck steel, swine.
That's exactly what Salty Dog said. Let's get salty. You know what? This run is called Salty Dog. Why? Because I'm salty as fuck about that. Score. Salt. Not the shit movie.
What to do?
Signature. This is the 12-win priest you asked for. You enjoying it? Oh. I am a very mature human being, apparently.
Suck steel, swine.
Starfall is the only thing that kills this without interaction by anything else. But I still need to take the game slower, so. Interesting thing, the Lightspawn is not affected at all by Direwolf Alpha, so putting the Lightspawn before the Haunted Creeper was a huge mistake. The Lightspawn does not...
130 into dislocator.
Where did I go wrong in my life? Somewhere. Somewhere I offended someone very, very important, an ancient evil, some might say.
Suck steel.
I must have. Another MC tech? No, you would have used it last turn. Unless you top-decked another MC tech. No. It's an Ancient of Law. Yeah, my opponent knows the only way they lose this match is if they lose health. So... I really want to concede. But then Michael's gonna be annoyed at me. It's okay. All we need is our opponent to somehow die. And then we might win.
Running the program.
Running program hard. I really don't have anything to say anymore. Maybe... Fucking no. I tried. That's... If anything can be said, it can be said that I at the very least attempted to do this. But instead... No. There's 2 flame strikes in one of the mage decks I versed. Another flame strike in another mage deck. Arcane explosion after a
We must
spell
cleanse
damage.
the Sunwell.
2 swipes in this deck. So. I'm not counting anything. So, that would be unlike me. I actually, like, it gets to the point in games like this where I'm like, I know that I can't win, so why am I continuing to play this video game? And that can be frustrating. If I heal that by this way, by the way, it just gets shapeshift and killed. So. I could have healed it and then traded over, but then I don't get to draw the card, and it just dies to shapeshift plus being bopped.
Trogzor.
Trogzor. Really just want to concede. So much. Lovely. Oh, wow. Mistake! Now I get to draw another card. Woo! It's Bomb Lob. Perfect. Hit the least valuable target. Excellent. Still have to trade into it to stop lethal. Ooh, look at that card I drew that still doesn't save me against either of these. Peel the face, and then concede because there's literally no way we can win. And I'm not going to continue to play the game. It's... Of course it's dust, not gold. Oh my god. I don't even fucking know how to deal with this. Just... Yep. That happens. Oh, 2 rares in the final pack though. There's the glaive, there's the Velen's Chosen that they didn't offer me in the arena at all. That would have been nice. Especially because it falls on the 3-drop slot and buffs 2 drops. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Hearthstone Arena. Deck was called Salty Dog. I don't know what else to say. Hopefully we'll see you next time. What the fuck was that?